Hi everyone, welcome back. So I've got another monthly update type video for you today, and this is all about my pan in every eyeshadow palette challenge that I set myself at the start of this year. So it was a way for me to hit pan in as many of my different eyeshadow palettes as possible. Started off the year really well, but I feel like I went into a little bit of a lull halfway through the year. It felt like things got a little bit boring, a little bit stale. Don't think there was too much progress, but I do have a pan to tell you about in today's video. There were 3 eyeshadows that I was focusing on, so I have a pan in one of them and then a new one that I'm rolling into this challenge. So let's start off with the first one on my list. This comes from my ABH Modern Renaissance palette. It's mostly Modern Renaissance shades. I've got a few Norvina shades in here because I had a little bit of a jig around with both of the palettes. The first shade I'm working on is Cypress Umber, which is this dark brown shade up here. I use this one as my eyeliner, so I do have a bit of it on today, and it's a nice way to get a bit of like soft definition along my upper lash line, but nothing too harsh like a liquid eyeliner would be. I don't put this on as like a powder, like a general eyeshadow powder colour, because I do find it too dark, so I do only use it as an eyeliner. I think I've still got another couple of months though before I hit pan on this. My line where I put my eyeliner brush into the pan, that is looking quite deep, but I don't think I'm going to hit pan on it by next month. Hopefully the month after that, so hopefully by the end of the year with my final check-in, I would have hit pan. I've used it 11 times this month, so not as much as I could have been using it. So hoping to get my numbers into like the 20s next month. That would be even better, but continuous kind of good progress, and I'm hoping that the pictures are going to show a bit of difference in that pan. I've then got a Revolution Reloaded Hypnotic palette. This looks very sad because I have, oh, I can't open it. I have decluttered lots of the shades within this palette. I bought it because it was a dupe for ABH Sultry, and then I tried on all the shades and was like, I only like the browns. I'm very predictable when it comes to my eyeshadow shades that I like, but there are 2 shades in here that I'm working on. The first one, I've called it number 6 because I've just ordered them along here. So it is this brown one here. You can see the pan in it. I use that one as my crease shade, and I hit pan right at the end of the month, 29th of October, and it took me 16 uses to completely hit pan on it. Very easy to hit pan on. I think it's only been in this project for 2 months, but these pans seem to be like fairly wide but not very deep, so really easy to hit pan on. And I will tell you what I'm planning on doing with these palettes at the end of the video actually. But yeah, very easy to hit pan on. And then the next shade also comes from this palette. It is the Matte Ivory shade, which I use 20 times. So yeah, I use this one a lot more than say the eyeliner shade. I think I can hit pan in this by the next update. Judging by how long, or how quickly rather I should say, it took me to hit pan in that one, I don't think this one is far off. I've got really good dip going on in it, and I use a big dense flat packer brush as well, so I'm picking up a lot of product on it, so that one won't be too far to go. And then I did roll in another like medium brown shade to replace the one that I hit pan on from that palette. Back to my ABH Modern Renaissance Norvina palette. The one that I have chosen is Burnt Orange. This one I'm starting off from fairly new. This is fairly untouched, fairly flat, so I reckon this one is going to take me quite some time to hit pan in. However, these shades are also really quite easy to hit pan in. Not as easy as the Revolution ones though, but I've got pan in 1, 2, 3, 4, is that one? Yeah, 5, 6 already within this palette, so yeah, should be a few months I would say until I hit pan on this shade. I've got some of this on today in my crease. It's a lovely, really warm orangey brown, warmer than Raw Sienna, which is next to it. So yeah, a good few months I think, but definitely a doable shade to hit pan in. So those were the updates on the 4 shades, but now 3 shades that are within this challenge. So glad that I have hit pan in that shade there, because like I say, it felt like this challenge had kind of gotten into a little bit of like a lull. It felt like there wasn't much progress going on, so glad that I have managed to hit pan. So in terms of my pan percentage, I'm now at a pan percentage of 29.79%, so nearly a third out of all of my eyeshadow palettes have pan in, which I'm really pleased about, because right at the very beginning I was on like 0.93%. Now at the beginning of this challenge I did have a lot more eyeshadows. I have decluttered eyeshadows over, you know, the past 6 months or so, so that has helped in terms of bringing this percentage up even higher. Now what I want to do with my eyeshadow palettes, now I have kind of been thinking, what do I want to declutter, what do I want to keep, what do I want to focus on next year? So I have 5 eyeshadow palettes. I have Urban Decay Naked Heat. This shade here, Ounce, is in my project pan, and I've used up the 3 that are next to it. These ones here I'm not bothered about at all. I don't wear, despite them being warm toned, they're far too dark for me and I don't particularly like them on myself, so I'm not touching these. So this one is in my project pan. Now once it gets to the end of the year, I'm going to be decluttering this palette, so I'll be down to 4. I'll then have my Viva Essentials palette, which I'm definitely keeping because I think it's absolutely beautiful, full of lovely brown warm neutrals, my kind of palette, so that one is staying. I've then got a Wet n Wild My Glamour Squad palette, which I've done a similar thing to with the Revolution one. I've scraped out all the shades that I don't like. However, I don't touch that palette. I think it's lovely, it's really nice, colours are lovely, it's really easy to use, it's really beginner friendly, really blendable shades, but I don't use it. So I think I'm going to declutter that palette. So that will leave me with 3 palettes, so the Viva Essentials and then the Revolution one and my ABH one. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make this ABH palette a pan that palette for next year, because I have pan in 6 shades in here. I'm working on hitting pan in Burnt Orange. I'm close to hitting pan in this gold one here. And then the rest I can use as well. However, I don't think I'm going to entirely use up every single shade in this palette next year, because for example, the dark brown shade I'm only using as an eyeliner. So I don't think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think using this one just as an eyeliner, I'll be able to use it up by the end of next year. So this is going to be my pan that eyeshadow palette for next year. And then what I want to do with the Revolution one, I think I want to do the same. I think I want to have another pan that palette, because these are so easy to hit pan on. Like I say, I've hit pan on that one already, working on hitting pan on the matte ivory one. I don't think I can completely use up this dark brown one as well though. Similar reasons as I said for the Modern Renaissance shade. But these 3 here, these are lovely as one and done eyeshadows. They're really warm, shimmery, bronze brown colours. They're lovely as a one shade and done. So I think I also want to pan all of those as well. Is that ridiculous? For people who are watching who have hit pan, who have done a pan in every eyeshadow palette challenge, am I ridiculous for wanting to do both of these? I don't think I am. But let me know if you think that is a really difficult task I'm trying to set myself. But that is my update. So 1 pan, and then I should have pan in that matte ivory one for you in the next update. Maybe a pan in the dark brown, but I don't think so. And then hoping to have some good progress on that new shade that I've rolled in. So that is my update for this month. Hope you did like it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again very soon for my next one. Bye.